the hospital that he was in here in Chicago, that was the same hospital my brother was in when after he had a stroke. You know what I'm saying? And I could, as he's talking about it, I can picture
Yeah, certain
that.
thing
You know what I'm
resonate.
saying?
Yeah.
So it wasn't from joy, the feelings I was feeling. It was more so like, damn, it's bringing up
That
old
shit
shit.
deep.
It's deep. It's
Yeah, that
bringing
shit
up
deep.
old shit that I done been through, bringing up shit you done been through. It resonates
Man,
with you.
bro,
Hmm.
when I say like the shit was like when I say identical,
Yeah.
my story the only difference is he had a brain aneurysm and
Mm-hmm.
I got shot.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to learn how to walk
Walk
again.
again.
I had to go to rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You
I
ain't
had
want
to
to do it.
talk. I had
Yeah.
to sit down and
Mm-hmm.
talk to therapists.
Yeah.
I was having these thoughts like, man, I'm Mitchie. Like
Yeah. How this
so
feel?
many people see me
Mm-hmm.
as a symbol of like. If I go on my DM right now,
Your
motherfucker,
strength
like,
and
bro,
all
I
that. Yeah.
love what you do and
Yeah.
how you
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
do it, bro.
Yeah.
You so hard body, like, keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
And so like when I was going through that shit, it was like I experienced everything
He
he
talked
said,
about. Yeah.
every single thing he
Mm-hmm.
said, right? And so that shit just was like, man, like I could not cry because I felt that shit, like
Yeah.
in my soul for real,
Yeah.
like so. Yeah, like that was the last time, but I get it. Like like it may not be it might be some real shit, right? Like that
Mm-hmm.
that's something he really went through, so that's real
Mm-hmm.
shit. So you can't see it as like it's feminine
Because
energy.
it's not.
But
I don't see.
but on the
Yeah.
flip side, you gotta look at it this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
When when you see the conversation, I know you've been seeing the conversation. We in the same we we're in the same industry for real
Yeah.
when it comes to
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
so we follow a lot of the same people, right? We
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of the same
Mm-hmm.
conversations going on in society today, right? So I know you seen the conversation when they be talking about how men asking women how they feel about their man crying in front of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've seen so many females say, man, I ain't gonna lie, when I seen dude cry in front of me, that shit turned me off.
What?
So it's
And
it's the
hold on,
It's a
reasoning.
lot of people that
look
say
though,
that.
but look though,
Yeah, but it's
a
the
real
reasoning
thing. It's
Yeah.
a
too.
real thing. I'm just saying that to say
Mm-hmm.
it turned a lot of women off because for real, it's seen as a feminine thing, and women want to see men in their rightful place, and our rightful place in society is really to be stoic,
Mm-hmm.
and that just is what it is. But like
That's a lot of
And it,
pressure.
but here's my
like
thing. It
of
depends
course.
on the scenario. You know what I'm saying? You can't come. You can come crying to your woman about some heartfelt loss and shit like that.
Mhm.
You you ain't got no choice. You can't look at me no crazy way. But now if I come crying because goddamn it, I lost my wallet. You know what I'm saying? Or
Shit, the
you know what I
bills,
mean?
like,
Like this shit's so hard.
I've
yeah.
never
That's when she gonna
had.
lose all faith in your weak
Yeah,
But
ass.
That's facts.
I seen a few women say they like just like in situations where like they had a like his father died and I just seen him cry and it turned me off. Like that's crazy,
Well,
but you got to look at it
that's
like
cool.
this.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a society where like I don't even know what to call it. Like these women of today is
They are
like
not real
But I
people.
mean, but
they
my
not.
thing, but
They
I'm saying,
not.
if it's a woman that
That's facts.
can't
They are
understand
not real
That's
her
people.
man
facts.
crying from losing his father, then
Yeah.
that's not a woman
Yeah,
in
that's
any
not a
way.
woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
she's
Like
immature. Very
that's
immature.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
furthest thing from a
Yeah,
woman.
yeah, yeah,
You know what
for
I'm
sure, for
saying?
sure.
Like if you can't be there for me in that kind
That's
of
an
time,
adult female. That's for
like you know
sure.
what I'm
I
saying?
feel like for me, like, I don't know. I think I've touched the men in my life a certain way that allowed them to feel safe enough to express certain emotions.
So you be making them cry?
I've made a man cry.
You made wait.
She be trying to like she
But wait, let me
trying
ask
to
you
nigga for
this.
that shit.
You said the men in
No,
your
I'm
life,
the last
right?
statement.
So
I
wait,
was just talking shit.
but
No, realistically, they felt comfortable enough where they had tears in their eyes and they rolled down their face
you talking
based
about like?
upon.
Are you talking about like exes?
I don't want to talk. I ain't trying to put nobody out
No,
there.
I mean
Why
we
you
don't
trying to
know.
do
We don't
that?
know them. I'm just saying. Are
Yeah,
you?
nah, they
No, I'm
might
saying.
see this.
Are you talking about? I'm saying, but are you talking about men that you were with, like in a
Yes.
relationship?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Even my ex-husband. I've seen tears of shame. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen tears of joy. I've seen tears of embarrassment.
Mm-hmm. Let me
You know
ask you
what I'm
this then:
saying?
why are they exes?
Why are they
See what I did
exes?
there, guys? You see what I did there?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why they exes, because I'm gonna tell you this
I was
much.
thinking that.
I am not a traditional person. Okay. That does not mean I do not believe in love and that people can be together for a very long time. I just do think that sometimes people come in your life at certain times in your path, and there is a purpose for that. And when they cross your path, sometimes it's not meant to be forever. And you have to look at that, because like, I'm a true believer in God. I have very strong faith, and I feel like in all my situations, I always ask God to reveal to me what lesson this is for me. So even if things are not working out in the way that I want them to, is it God's plan?
Have you ever considered that maybe the lesson is that you're supposed to be with this person for the rest of your life? And you
I
just
think
keep
that some
overlooking
people,
that lesson because you just like hell bent or got your mind made up that this is not what I want.
well, that's why I say I ask God to show me, not me keep leaning on my own understanding.
Okay.
Because if I continue to keep leaning on my own understanding, of course I won't figure it out. But I'm saying I was young in those times, right?
Mhm.
So I don't think that those people in particular were my husband.
Okay.
I do not. I mean, I thought they were then.
Let me
No.
let me ask you this though. You said you don't believe in love.
No, I didn't say that.
What did you just say?
Mm.
That's
I
Ain't that what she
No.
thought, I thought that's what you said.
No,
Yeah.
I kinda heard
no,
that.
no, that's not what I said. I said
Is
I
that what you
don't
said?
think that some people are meant to be. You meant to be with them forever. Not everybody. I don't.
But
I
before
think.
you
I
said
think
that,
some
you
people.
said something about not believing in love.
And then
I'm on.
you went into
Okay,
that.
run that back. Run that back. Let me make sure
No,
I
no,
said
no,
it
no.
right.
It's okay, but that's okay. That's cool.
Because I do believe in love.
That's
I
cool.
do believe in
But
love.
you said you don't believe in people being together for a very long time.
Not everyone. Not everyone.
Obviously, not everyone.
Not everyone, no.
But so I'm asking about you personally.
Yeah.
What do you believe in personally? I don't care about like everyone. Like
Yeah, I'm just
for you.
from my experiences, I do
For you.
feel like, okay, so my very
For you.
for me, right? My very first love, what I was like, what, 15, 16 years old.
No.
No,
Right now.
I gotta do this. No, I gotta do this.
Okay, go ahead.
So for me, I don't feel like the person I am today understood what love was then.
Mm-hmm.
To have that understanding to say I'm supposed to be with you forever.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't feel that way. I feel like the person I am today, the person that is in my life, I think is supposed to be in my life. I think that person is my other half.
Okay, so what I'm
I
asking
do
you
think
is,
that.
do you believe in like forever love right now? Or no,
I
you
do.
still don't?
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay,
Then
cool.
no, I did not understand what love, because you have to. For me, you have to love yourself in order to understand what that is supposed to be, what that is. It's because love is, to me, is not just something you do, and I think most people are conditioned on love as what you do for me, as opposed to unconditional love
Acts of kindness.
and acts of kindness and loving yourself. What does that
I think
actually
that's
look like?
a woman thing.
It's not.
I truly
No,
believe that's a
I
woman
don't
thing.
think so.
Like when you say condition on what you do for me, like the basis of what you do for me,
Mhm.
like men, I genuinely believe men love unconditionally. And I genuinely believe women love conditionally.
I feel like I
Like
understand that
you
theory.
you can like literally like look at the divorce rate right now today,
Mhm.
right? Everybody know the basic talking point of
Right.
men and women divorce rates.
Mhm.
I don't even have to say it. But
Right.
if you look at
70+% divorces are initiated by women.
right, that's with men and women.
No, I agree with that.
But even if you look at lesbian relationships,
82%.
lesbian relationships divorce just as much.
No more.
Listen,
More.
I
82%.
Not
think, okay, I haven't-
82%
That's,
of same-sex
so sad.
marriages
No,
between
that's
two
so
women
sad.
yeah.
end in divorce.
Divorce.
So
That's a fact. Well, the last time I don't know, maybe it might be updated to that, but the last time I checked was 75%, but it's still the same ballpark.
mhm.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that if women initiate 80% of divorce when they are with a man, and they still initiate upwards of about 80% of divorce when they are with a woman, what does that tell you?
Who's the problem?
Men don't like we don't
said they
like.
was the problem.
When I mean this when I
I'm
say
a woman.
it.
I
Like,
say women are the problem.
I mean this when I say it. When
When
men,
you say I needed y'all to define the problem.
when men, we can dive into that. But when men say, for better or for worse, through sickness and through health, like we really mean that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it ain't no conditions behind it. Like, you see women get fat, and you see women like lose themselves in marriages, and like that it be like your guy still like he's still decent, but he was still ain't no
Men get fat too.
No, I'm not. No, that's not the point that I'm
He's saying
making.
he's still
is-
decent. He still fuck with you. He's
Oh,
still.
okay,
He's
okay,
not
okay.
leaving.
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
yeah.
He don't like
Yeah.
he like I love you for real. Like I really love you.
And even
Like
if
I
he,
might encourage my lady to, all right, baby, you done put a few pounds on hit the gym, but I'm not finna just say, like
You're
I'm
not
just
gonna
finna
step
up it
out?
because it's something that I an attraction piece. This love ain't built on attraction. This shit
So
built
why
on
do men
something
cheat
like.
then?
What do you mean?
Cause they I've heard some things now. Like
Like what?
I've heard men say like they girl let themselves go. She don't do it for me, and they start looking elsewhere. Then they start looking at the girls on
Did he
Instagram.
That might be a thing. That might be a thing, but they don't divorce.
That's
Did he
not,
leave?
They don't divorce.
That's what I'm asking. Did he
I'm
leave?
not saying. I don't know.
You can't.
I don't know.
Well,
The ones I know, no, they did not. No,
the
they did not. To
statistic-
answer your question, no,
the
they
statistic
didn't.
shows that men don't leave.
But do you know why the women leave?
Because they think the grass is greener.
No.
And women are natural hypergamists.
Why would you leave? What's a good? Tell me. Give me a.
I'm gonna tell you why I would leave. I would leave if I feel like I'm being abused.
Abuse.
That's it.
That's what every.
That's
what every
that's the
female
talking
say. But like,
point.
yeah, that's the talking point. But look, listen. If you are being domestically, I mean, if you are being physically abused.
Yeah, because you know there's such thing as raping your wife. You do know that, right?
I don't, and I've been married
Let's-
for.
let's-
It's
12
even
years,
it's
11
biblical
years.
too,
But
huh?
listen, let's not go so extreme.
I ain't
because
trying to, but I'm just letting you know.
I just want to say this. Your talking points are like.
They go with-
it's the
Okay.
man.
Because you can't. I'm gonna keep it all the way at 100
But that's
with
but
you.
see, my
Listen,
thing
though.
is that's not 100. That's actually like 0.9%.
Yes, so
because
that's-
it doesn't happen
so
at
listen,
all.
Listen, so
You know
What
what I'm
makes you
saying?
think it doesn't?
So listen.
Because I'm married. I've
Listen.
been married. I know other
and I've
married
been
people.
married and
But
I'm
listen,
divorced.
Let me give you an example.
Were
of
you?
what I'm
Were
saying.
you? Did your husband do that to you?
Yes.
Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. Right? So look. But look, I want to kind of like I want to give you
He
an
like,
analogy.
fuck.
Wait till I got a point on that. I'm gonna say something.
I want to give you an analogy though, right?
Yeah.
Like I just want you to understand like how women like go to extremes. Right?
Uh-huh.
Like if you look at like right now today when it comes to politics, it's like what was Kamala's biggest.
I ain't like her, so I don't know.
Well, but look though, but I'm making a point though. Her biggest
Running point.
her biggest talking point when she was running for president was abortion,
And
right?
shit, people didn't even
And when
give
you
a fuck
and,
about
and
it.
when you have these conversations with these women about abortion, every single time they go to the extreme and say,
Rape.
well, what about the girls who's been raped and now they've
Yeah.
been raped by somebody and they got to keep a baby?
That's-
But they don't know that that's under like it's like
It's less
quite
than
literally is
2%.
less than 2%.
What does the statistics say?
It's
I'm
less-
telling you,
it's less than
it's
2%.
less
Oh,
than
really?
2% of women who get abortions
Really?
Because
that's
they
done
are-
by rape.
Yeah,
Yep.
rape, yeah.
Mm.
Like that, it's less than 2%. Like 95% of abortions is my
Free
body,
will.
my choice.
Yeah, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not-
So it's like the point that I'm making is
Okay.
women always go to the extreme to make their point, and it's like the extreme that's like a super
Hey.
small.
But we
Po-
can't
it's
dismiss
possi-
it.
Yes, you
can't
can
just-
because
no,
we all
not
because
The,
it's-
No.
the
listen,
minority
it's
never makes the rule.
possibility-
The majority makes the rule,
Look.
not the
That's not
minority.
fair.
we have
How
to
is
we
it
have to
not
go
I
back.
guess y'all,
Look,
offering
listen.
y'all masculine right now.
Listen. We have to go. It's
Ooh.
always possibility versus probability.
Mhm.
Is it
Facts.
possible that could happen? Yes.
Mhm.
But
What
what
the
is the
probability?
probability of it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Probability
saying?
of it
Like
is not
the
likely.
probability is 2% chances that might happen.
Okay, so
It's not a very large number.
but you saying we have to, basically you saying we have to like make our societal rules or standards based off of what happens to less than 2% of the population.
If you want to
And women,
still,
hold on, but look though,
Okay.
what's going on right now with the LGBTQ community?
I don't live
It's
in
not
it.
it's not a
I don't
very
know.
it's not a very big population, and I have nothing against the LGBT community, but LGBTQIA plus, if you will. I have nothing against that community, but what's going on with that community right now? They are a very small group,
but they are dominating.
They are dominating.
Yep.
Like they have like if you look at the Pride movement, they have more rights than blacks in America, essentially.
Yeah. So what's your point with them?
My point is this: we cannot make the rules of society or the standard of living in society based off a super small group of people. They are the minority. They don't make up for how
the vast majority of us feel.
The vast majority, like 80% of Americans is like not. Well, not even it's more than 80%.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying that.
So look,
so
what I'm saying is,
contrary to what you're saying about the LG whatever, they're making those decisions though.
So listen, what I'm saying is we this is why
yeah, that's what I want to follow.
This is why the Democrats lost the election right now, because they catering to this very small group of people, right? They catering to this very small group of people, and then you got 95% of the Americans that don't subscribe to that
and
ideology.
Don't give a fuck.
Well, how about this? Even some of them in the same community didn't subscribe to it either.
Hold on, listen.
Yeah,
they didn't either.
That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
You got a big, like the vast majority of Americans don't subscribe to that ideology. But then you have the candidate who's running for president catering to their ideology and not to the people, the populace.
Yeah, I got you.
Right?
Thinking that was gonna
That's why Donald Trump won. Because Donald Trump is appealing to the populace. He's appealing to the majority of people that's going to vote for me.
Absolutely.
This is what they talking about. They talking about the economy. They talking about getting these immigrants up out of here. They talking about what's going on with foreign policy. This is what they steady sending.
Billions
Biden
to the Ukraine.
Just pledged to send
20
Ukraine
billion.
50
let
billion
me be
yesterday.
the devil's advocate
20.
real quick.
No,
let me be the devil's advocate real quick. Okay, because I actually agree with you on that. Okay, but I do still feel like we cannot discredit the things that are small.
We're not discrediting them.
I don't.
Hold on.
Let me finish. Because I feel like this, just with the whole rape situation. Because people actually do get raped, and it doesn't mean that it's fair for them to not be able to get an abortion. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to carry around their daddy's child. Like, that's not fair to them. So even with that whole minority thing, shit, we the minority too. Even though I still think it's you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so we supposed to get discredited too because we the minority as well? That's not fair. I just think that people don't be fair when they look at stuff as a whole. It's not. You're absolutely right. It's not.
So we should listen. What I'm asking you is.
Go ahead. So when you say you believe in moral law is so colorful. It's not just one way. Meaning like something that don't resonate with you is part of your morals. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like it's wrong to do X, Y, Z because it don't resonate with you, that it starts there.
I don't. But see, here's my thing. I personally don't.
Morals
is
personal. Morally is wrong to rape somebody.
Hold on. Look.
They do it.
But look, here's my thing. Morals, that's different. Morals is based on your own personal feelings, right? I'm not talking about that, nor am I really voting on my personal feelings. I'm voting on, honestly, what is best for me.
What's affecting me right now?
Personally.
No, not morality. Which, prime example.
That's not morality.
When I always kind of speak on the is versus morality, I talk about this. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's going to change the dynamic, but fuck it. Let's go. When I say, okay, if two people lay down and have sex, whose biggest responsibility is it to prevent unwanted pregnancy?
Women.
Right. Okay. Right. What would you say?
I say women. That's
what I say all the time. And the reason why is because it's not about morality. It's about actuality. What can happen, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you think he should be there to take care of it. I don't care if you think he should do this. What can he do? That nigga could disappear tomorrow. You gonna be stuck holding the bag, right? So you need to make sure you take all those precautions to prevent an unwanted pregnancy because morality don't matter. actuality matters. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really voting on morality. I'm voting on actuality. You dig what I'm saying? And actuality is, bro, only 0.2% people are having, deleting children for that reason.
Yeah.
It's not a vast majority. So running off that is a failing topic.
And so what you saying is, basically what you saying is, we should change the standard of living. Like, listen, this is what you're saying. We should change the standard of living for less than 2% of the population. That's not how you handle a situation.
That's not how you win the majority.
No.
Of
You
votes.
just said. So you just said. You talking about
pregnancy and abortions though,
so
right?
look, listen. But we're not saying fuck them, or we're not just saying their situations don't matter. That's not what
it
we
didn't
saying.
sound like that.
No.
They basically just
We
saying
saying you cannot
run off that.
Yeah,
You can't run off that.
You can't make
more people that's not getting raped than it is getting raped.
No, I get that. No, I got that point.
You cannot make a rule to society or a law because less than 2% of the population is being affected by that thing. You can't do that. That's not realistic.
And that's not a winning formula.
Yeah, that's that rarely ever happens.
I just want to know why we gotta have a vote on it. Period.
Because that's what they ran on.
So yeah,
that's
what Democrats like. Why we even gotta have that as a law? Period.
But look, though, this is the thing. Like this is what irritated me about this whole presidential election, especially when it came to Kamala running points.
I didn't vote for her no way. So
she ran on abortion and she ran on
legalizing weed.
She ran on.
She legalized weed.
That was a talking point for the
trying to get black men.
So yeah. But what the thing with that is, I seen so many black women saying, "He gonna take our abortion rights away from us. My body, my choice." It's like. Donald Trump was the president.
I said
Donald Trump was the president 4 years ago.
I said that.
4 years ago on this day, Donald Trump was the president. Donald Trump didn't want to deal with the abortion issue.
He said,
what did he do?
States.
He gave it down to he passed it down to the Supreme. He passed it to the Supreme Court. What did the Supreme Court do? They gave it to the states. The states decided, not Donald Trump.
That's why I say
he didn't.
I voted for Trump, so I was fan with back then.
But this is what I'm saying. Like,
I got money with him.
But this is what I'm saying. To what you based off what you said was like, why is this a thing, and why it's like?
No, I'm saying the subject.
She made that a thing, and women out here going crazy, like he's trying to take our right to have abortion.
Yeah, because also you got to think about it because in Illinois, you still can have abortion. You know what I'm saying, abortions, but in other states they banned it.
They did. I thought it was dumb.
It's not that many states that it's banned.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, to back up on your point. So it's the same thing, basically, like. He left it to the state, so it's up to your state to decide if they want to ban it or not. So, but it's like basically what he's saying is so many people put that on him, like that was his decision that he made that, because like
that's why he won.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's one of the things I said too. Like everybody, like, oh, Donald Trump is this badass person. He was in office for 4 years. Ain't shit really bad happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Like he did what he did, but I honestly feel like
and people could.
The economy was different.
It's just I feel like they don't. My whole thing is people don't like honesty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's very direct. Like I tell everybody was fucking with Donald Trump before he became president because he was this businessman. You know what I'm saying? He was around with everybody. He was with all. You know what I'm saying? But
I was okay with him.
He was out in the streets kicking it, this, that, and the other. However, I was not a Trump fan before. I didn't vote for either of them this time. I don't feel like I feel like he was the best option right now. I just wasn't fucking with him. Look, I'm just saying, I personally wasn't voting for him because it's a lot of shit that he did do that I was not fucking with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we could say, oh, he was cool, this and this. Buddy ass has been a racist. He's been sued for being a racist. But here's the thing. How many 75-year-old white men do you know that aren't? So, whatever. That's not my issue.
I don't see it that way. I see it differently.
Yeah, me either.
I see it differently, and I'm gonna tell you why. Donald Trump wasn't racist before he started running for president. Right?
He was when he.
I know about the talking points that Kamala made in the debate.
I'm talking about before him.
Right, but she said in the debate with the Central Park 5 situation when he said they should be you should put the things to death.
After they were already exonerated, he took out a huge ad.
Are you certain they were already exonerated? Now I'm asking because I'm not certain.
Yeah, they were already exonerated. He was pissed off about it and took out an ad in the New York Times, full page, saying that they should be locked up. He also was sued.
I gotta look into that.
Here's my thing.
I gotta look into that.
I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that because, like I said, how many 70-plus-year-old white men are not racist? I feel like that doesn't change the facts of who was qualified and who wasn't.
I don't think he's racist.
I was gonna say for me he's honest. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because I don't look at it as being racist. I'd rather for you to give it to me in my face and tell me that you don't fucking like me. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Then do it behind my back. Dog, like give it to me in my face. Tell me, hey, I don't fuck with you. Hey, I'm finna do this. Hey, I'm finna do that. That's the only reason why I fuck with him. I'd rather for you to give it to me straight than to sit up here and lie to me than be like, it's all peaches and cream.
This is two things. One, we are real, like we've been conditioned to be real life victims, like super victims.
I agree that everything is
racist. Race baiting in America, and the Democrats has used race baiting to make us become serious victims. That's one. So we soft as hell. That's one. Two, if you understand the media and if you understand what's really going on with politics, and you understand that, like when people, like, remember I said the conspiracy theory shit. Mm-hmm. When you hear shit about the deep state or the powers that be, this is a real fucking thing. Like, this is not fake. This is not fake news. Like, there's people in control right now that's really got their fucking, like, they tried to do everything to stop Trump. Mm-hmm. They used the Department of Justice against, they like, the Biden administration used the Department of Justice against Trump to try to lock him up so he wouldn't be able to run. These people tried to assassinate him twice to get him out of the way so he can't get in office. He still prevailed. The problem is this. The deep state is a real thing. These people lobby, and it's special interest groups that lobby to these certain political candidates or certain presidential candidates, I'm going to say, and they fund their campaigns. Mm-hmm. And when I'm going to give you $40 million to your campaign, and you got to do it in office. I need this.
Yeah, but that's the American way.
Though, this is the problem. Mm-hmm. Pay attention. Before Donald Trump ran for president, it wasn't this much hate on his name. The media controls our brains. Mm-hmm. Think about this.
Everybody was fucking
Donald
with
Trump is a billionaire. Hold on. Donald Trump is a billionaire. He was a billionaire before he ran for president. He's the only president in the last 50 years who's
not in politics.
Whose net worth, his net worth dropped after his presidency. Every other president, Republican or Democrat, their net worth went up after their president because they was after their presidencies because they were all bought. Well, Donald Trump,
Kerry and Perot, they was billionaires and they ran, but they didn't.
No,
win.
But I'm saying that
I'm
talking about the actual presidents. But listen, his net worth went down. Donald Trump didn't need. I don't need. They call it the swamp. Mm-hmm. I don't need your money to run.
I got my own shit.
So
and I'm gonna do it
when
my
he
way.
get in office, he's gonna be a problem for the deep state because
so they can't do what they want.
We cannot control him because he's not on our payroll.
I get all that. Look,
this is why the media destroyed Donald Trump.
I get it, but my issue with Trump is we can't overlook the fact that his main thing was getting. He knows the numbers, right? We know America is 70% white, right?
No, like 55%.
55. Well, 55%. All right. I'm thinking outside of us. We are essentially 13 to 15% of the population.
Correct.
Outside of that, everything else is white to me.
White, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's fact.
You know what I'm saying?
You black or you white, facts.
So when you look at that, he knows that there's a very large percentage of that he might, if he ain't racist, the racists think he racist. You know what I'm saying? And he played into that.
I agree.
And that, hold on.
Go ahead.
And so what he did was he leaned into that. When he leaned into that, that made them trigger and try and boss up. And now they wanted to throw it out there more. That was my problem with him the first time.
You're
But
a
the first,
businessman.
but I get that. That's fine and dandy. I still ain't fucking with him or the other candidates that we've had since he's been running. I'm just a man in the country trying to get them moving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't feel comfortable with either candidate.
Okay.
Because I didn't feel either candidate was here for me, those that look like me, and what we got going on.
I don't know about
honestly
that.
feel like-
Well, hold on, because I gotta ask him this. I'm sorry, I got to. We got to get off of politics because I will go all day long.
Yeah.
I already know. I had another
And y'all
topic
gonna make me go.
before we
Please.
get out of here
Let me-
because it's
let-
time
y'all
to
gonna
we
make me
getting
go.
late.
Please
But
talk about
All right,
the
let me just say
politics.
this real quick.
Mhm.
You said he leaned into it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did he actually lean into it, or did the hold on, or did the media make it seem that way?
Look, I'm on about what
'Cause
I
they got
heard
a lot
from
of
his
power.
mouth.
Right, but hold on now.
Thank you.
See, this is the thing, right? This is the thing when it comes to media.
Mhm.
A lot of like clips and shit be manipulated and they spin shit.
Mm-hmm.
They never ever give us the
real
full
truth.
clip.
Yep.
Nah.
They will manipulate
Yeah.
a clip and make it seem like he's responding
Yeah.
to this.
They
thing.
only gonna show you certain parts.
He said this crazy.
Yeah.
He said this crazy, decisive thing,
Mhm.
responding to this, and it was like that's not what he was responding to. And then they didn't actually play the full clip and let you hear what he
But
said.
if you watch the
I watched this, bro.
No, I'm not talking about the clips. I'm saying, but if you watch his actual speeches, you see it yourself.
No. I see. What I see is, this is the mix up, and I think this is where a lot of people get confused.
And land it so we can move to one quick topic before we leave.
Okay, I got you. What we see is a person who's a nationalist who puts America first. And to us, and then the media play on that and try to align him with what the fuck is his name? Hitler. They try to align him with Adolf Hitler and the Nazis.
But Hitler was a nationalist.
He was a nationalist, but bro, I'm an American. Being a nationalist does
it's not a bad thing.
Being a
That's what I'm
nationalist
saying.
does not mean I'm against you because you black. You are a part of the nation. You are
That's what I'm
American.
saying. I was going to say.
So you can't. See,
here's my
basically,
thing.
you can't
Aligning
be
him with
racist
Hitler
and
is
still
not
be that.
necessarily a bad thing. Hitler was for his people, and he was trying to take out his ops.
It's a
And
bad
and taking out all them Jews.
It's a
too.
bad thing
His
because of
ops
that.
is what I'm saying.
It's a bad thing because of that thing. But that's not Trump agenda, bro.
No, it's
like
not.
if you really pay attention to this dude, that's not his agenda.
No, here's a
but
businessman.
the news will spin
Yeah.
everything and make it seem like he's gonna do this when he get in
Oh,
office.
yeah,
He's gonna Project 2025.
That didn't even have shit to do with him. I didn't have some people block me because they was like, "Oh, you're fucking with Trump." You feel?
The
But
day
it's
Donald
like,
Trump, I just deleted this shit out
Bro.
of my phone today. The day Donald Trump won the election, 46 females unfollowed.
Yep.
46.
I had 17 unfollowers. I counted my shit.
Yeah,
too. I'm
because
dead.
some
I
people
just
because
looked
some
at
people
my
make
app.
decisions
Yeah.
based
Here's
on
my
what
thing.
their morals are
Who
and how they
cares
feel
about
about
people
stuff,
and
they
feelings?
will write you off.
Yeah.
Feelings.
Oh, they be all right. But look,
they felt like Kamala was
I
the
lo-
best option.
I lose followers all the time. But here's before we
Facts.
get up out of here. So last night, you know what I'm saying? Every Tuesday night, shout out my homies, shout out Lapeef Network. I always hop on King Talk. On King Talk, yeah, I'm bringing you on there too. You need to hop on that with
For
us.
sure.
So, we had this young brother named Adam Vina, right? Adam Vina is now fighting. He's been fighting for the last, I believe, 4 years with his ex. Because she has taken his 2-year-old son, gained full custody, and is changing his son to a girl. And has been doing so since 2 years old, right? And he has been fighting. She has 100% custody.
Wait, she made him a girl?
She is dressing
trying to
him.
transition him.
She's transitioning the boy to a little girl.
It's some
But right at
celebrity
this
doing
point,
that. I
it's
forgot
not.
her name.
It's not
The girl
invasive
from-
with.
I don't like that.
Transformer.
Listen,
Yeah, she had two little kids,
two,
right?
Two little
Oh, I
boys.
don't like
It's like
that.
2 or 3 little
Yeah,
boys.
I forgot her name,
What's
but
the girl from Transformer?
she
Oh
got.
yeah, no, she has 3. That's
Yeah,
Megan
little
Fox.
boy.
Yeah,
Megan Fox.
yeah,
Yeah,
her.
yeah, she had- and
Yeah,
she
and I was
has
gonna say,
3.
and she's making them like dressed
Yeah.
like little girls.
Megan
and-
Fox is?
Yeah, and this
For
is the
sure.
same thing that
You know,
this
you haven't
lady
saw
is
that?
doing.
For
And
sure.
She's been doing it.
No.
She's been doing it since he was 2 years old, and his father has been fighting everything he can
wow.
do to try and get his son. He can't even when he calls his son on the phone, video time. he can't even say anything about his son wearing a dress. He can't say anything that is not gender. What is the term?
Gender neutral.
No, not even gender
affirming.
Affirming. If he's not a gender affirmance, he can't even basically talk to his son.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So with Trump coming into office, isn't he against?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was finna go back to that too. I know he was off it, but that's why he's changing that
because it's on the same topic.
Yeah.
His biggest promo ad was the ad that he had. Yeah, you saw it.
What?
It was an ad. It was an ad talking about Kamala saying
that she was gonna pay for gender reassignment surgeries in prisons with taxpayers' money.
Yeah. He said his slogan was like, "She is for they them and I am for you." Mm-hmm. That was like, and that ad did like astronomical numbers.
I bet it did.
Yeah, because but you got to look at it. The majority of people in America don't subscribe to that bullshit.
Yeah,
I know. Listen, I don't.
I'm gonna keep it real.
I don't like that.
If I see somebody, look, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I go in the comments all the time. I'm gonna talk my shit. I see somebody in the comments say something to me. First thing I do is go to their profile. See who I'm talking to. If I see you got pronouns in your bio, you can't say shit to me. Get your goof ass out of here. You subscribing to that bullshit, you can keep it over there. It's he over here and nothing else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing none of that bullshit.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I don't even put no pronoun, none of that on me. Like, I don't like when I be seeing men. Like, it's men that I don't subscribe to this ideology. Like, I don't fuck with it. But they still call men trans women. I'm never gonna say that. Like,
now,
I'm just like,
right
that's
now,
a trans person. I'm not gonna ever call you a woman if
and
you're not a
and I have a cousin that's transitioned.
Wait, say that one more time.
I have a gay uncle. And he's just a gay man. Okay, and then I have a cousin that is a woman. Right.
That's what?
Well, that's transitioning to a woman. Now my gay uncle don't even.
Men?
So it's two men in the family, but my gay uncle, he does not subscribe to that.
Yeah.
He says that even back in the day, he said none of that stuff even existed.
They couldn't be gay in public.
It was just you like who you like, and that's it. All them titles. He said, I don't know, honey. That's all that other stuff. You know, we don't do that. His life partner he looked like a regular man too. Like, he does not subscribe to that. And I have another gay friend. He don't subscribe to that either. He's like, honey, you miss me with all that shit. So I don't feel like just because you're gay, they accept all that stuff too. I don't understand. I personally think it's a mental illness.
It's absolutely a mental illness.
Agree.
It's a mental illness that's being pumped into
our children. It's being pumped into.
I agree.
Not only the media, the school.
Often I say school, your peers, everything you around.
They allowing drag queens to come
read to children.
I was gonna say they got gender neutral bathrooms now. It's just, you know what I'm saying, just a simple.
Not in my kids' school.
Chappelle had touched on this. He said he said something like on one of his stand-ups about how he wished we could go back to the old days with the old gay people. When they was just
they was hiding,
they
wasn't out,
They were gay men, but
you wasn't out,
masculine.
They still had that.
They still carried themselves like
and they were respectful to women. They did not act like they hated women.
But that was a real thing, though. That was a real thing. But it's just like now.
It's still a
but
real
thing. You want to know what it is, though? Feminism.
Real shit.
I gotta agree with that. I gotta agree with that.
Feminism drives all of this shit.
I agree with that.
So
I feel
to
X
piggyback on that,
and Y chromosomes.
Feminism started to drive this wedge between men and women, right? And when they started to drive this wedge between men and women, then you had the LGBT piggyback on it. You know what I'm saying? And start trying to make that an even bigger divide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're here now. And I'm going to keep it real. The longer you keep doing that, the more you are creating the death of your own society. Because
that's a fact.
The fall of Rome happened that same way. But check it out, man. I had a great time tonight with everybody on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, I can't wait till next week.
Listen. We had a great time. I want everybody to tell. Let's start with you, Siobhan. Tell everybody where to find you and all that stuff.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Y'all can find me at ISB Bar Salon That's ISBBAR Salon on Instagram, and I'm also on YouTube, on Facebook. It's so many social medias right at this point. So yes, you can Google me. How about that?
There you go. There you go.
She got 7 different
Siobhan
Instagrams.
Kennedy.
All right.
SIOBAHNKENNEDY. Google me, bitch.
Let's get it. All right. And now, Miss Diamond, let them know where to find you and what you got coming next.
You can find me on Facebook, Sierra with a C, Sierra Bryant, and you can find me on Instagram at Miss Diamond Sierra. And just be open and looking forward to a lot of more stuff. How about that?
Let's get it. All right, Brody, let them know, you know what I'm saying, where you at, who you with, and what you got coming.
You can find me on Instagram at Cheyenne M6E. That's CHEYANNE.M6E. And yeah, man, I do a lot of promo in Chicago.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to jump into the nightlife, get with your boy. And if you wanna come up here and get it off your chest and speak your piece, tap in, man, because we got definitely got a lot of more things in the work that we finna get popping for sure.
Yeah. And y'all know what it is. It's your boy Chicago Outlaw, the West Side Legend. That's CHICAGOUTLAW. The same O in Chicago is the same O in Outlaw. It's only one. And if you want to follow us, it's the Facts and Law Pod Show. It's a pod show, not a podcast. You need to see this fly. You dig.
Yeah.
Nigga, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.